What's goody perks? We're having breakfast today. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Get it? Because this is breakfast. Jonah, quiet. Because this is breakfast and my name is Tiffany. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I was craving breakfast today, so we're gonna go for breakfast. I wanted to go to Denny's, but I wanted to save money and time, so I made breakfast at home. So we have scrambled eggs with shredded cheese sprinkled on top of it, not hash browns, tater tots, and also some biscuits. I don't know if I cooked the biscuits or warmed up the biscuits or the tater tots long enough, but you can't get salmonella from that. The amount of cheese I put on stuff I know is unhealthy, but I don't care. YOLO. So, how are you guys doing today? My day started off rough, and it wasn't because anything in particular happened. I just didn't feel like working. But then when I started working, it wasn't so bad. Like, my work day was actually pretty decent, so. Sometimes it's really busy and it's overwhelming. Not really overwhelming, but annoying. When it's just like overly busy, but it wasn't overly busy today. It was the first day it has not been overly busy since I started working from home. So with all that said, I know in my last mukbang that I probably put so much butter in here too. I talked about wanting to get into some shows because I don't watch TV. For those that don't know, I don't watch TV because I don't have a TV, and even if I did, I'd still be stuck on YouTube. I look at only YouTube videos. It's really my only source of entertainment. But when I go over to my mom's house on weekends, we do watch TV together sometimes. And I told you guys I wanted to look at the show Love is Blind. It's not really like TV because you can look at that on your phone and stuff and online. But me, my mom, and my sister Jasmine decided to watch it together. And by decided, I suggested it and they went along with it. And before I left there on Sunday, we finished episode number 3. And it's pretty good so far. It's very interesting. So basically, what I gathered now that I have a little bit more information is that everyone's coming into the show with the hope and idea that they will be engaged by the end of it. So they all have like wedding on their mind, like they all want to get married. But they can't see each other. They're like behind this wall and they can't see each other. They can only talk. The only way they can communicate. And then they have to, like, if they really feeling someone, the guy would have to propose to the girl before the end of the show. I think it's like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. They have to get engaged. Not have to, but if they're feeling the person, they would have to get engaged. One of these couples fell in love with each other in 3 days. Do you guys think that's possible for you to fall in love with someone like within 3 days? That's not like really love at first sight, especially since they can't see each other. There's no sight. Do you think it's possible for you to form a connection with someone that's that deep, where you're telling each other that you love each other like that quickly? Man, that's crazy. All that happened in episode number 1. I'm 3 episodes in. I can only imagine what the rest of the season is gonna be like. One TV show that I do watch that's not on the internet with YouTube or anything is Big Brother. Big Brother usually comes around every summer in June. But with all of this going on, I doubt they'll have a season this year. No one's traveling and, you know, everything else. This should really, really make me sad. Because Big Brother is my favorite show. There's no show, not even SpongeBob, is a better show, or I feel like it's a better show. Than Big Brother. It's a really good show. One of my YouTube supporter besties, so she doesn't like when I'm eating my tater tots with a spoon, but I can't help it. I try to avoid touching things with my hands as much as possible. Like if I can, I will. Like it's gonna be hard for me to do that with a biscuit, because it's difficult. It's a huge biscuit. But anything else, it's just, if it's small and it can fit on a spoon or a fork, it's going to be put on a spoon or a fork. I was also saying in my comment to her that it's not like it's not even the weirdest habit that I have when it comes to eating. Like my mom gets on me because I eat ice cream and soup with a fork. I don't use no spoons. And if I am eating ice cream, it has to be in a cup, because if it's in a, I was gonna say a plate. If it's in a bowl, it doesn't taste the same. This could all be psychological because I am a little mental, but that's how I feel. So I'm eating ice cream, it needs to be like in a cup, and I need to be eating it with a fork. It is what it is. There's just certain things that you have to do. Everyone has some kind of strange eating habit. You guys tell me about yours. But I cannot eat soup with a spoon. I don't know how people do that. I mean, there's so much intricate things that you need to do to get the food into there. It requires you stabbing stuff every once in a while. You can't do that with a spoon. That's my opinion. But what do I know? I don't even know how to cook. I don't know anything about food. I guess saw that video that I did about us doing the what did we name the video? The collab with Kimmy Unlimited. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch it. Oh, what to do? How to social distance. That's what we named the video. My girl Kimmy Unlimited and I used to be models back in the day. I mean, I still model once in a while, but I wouldn't really say I'm an active model. And she gave up the modeling thing. I guess she went on to bigger and better things, like having a family and a child and stuff. I only do it once in a while now, just because I'm not that passionate about it as I am with YouTube. But the only reason that I'm telling you about this is because I've just mentioned the whole food thing. But I always told her that we should have bought t-shirts that said "do not feed the models," you know? Because, you know, the whole thing's like, don't feed the animals, don't feed the this. And they had these shirts and they used to be so cute when we were modeling. I'm like, why did we ever get those? Like, you know, they always say like models don't eat and stuff. Why can't we get it and say don't feed the models and stuff? We never got around to it though. I should still get it because, you know, we're both still models by heart. But my last modeling gig it was like July of last year. So I haven't completely given up on modeling. Again, it's just YouTube kind of took over. Modeling was fun for me at some point, but now YouTube is more fun. So all the extra energy I have, I usually put into YouTube. So I talked to you guys about Love is Blind, tell you about me and Kimmy Unlimited's modeling career. You know what? I always said I wanted to do a story time about one of the modeling shoots that I went to, and I never got around to doing it. I wonder, maybe I should I do this? You know what? I am. I'll take you outside in a second. Let me finish eating. I'll do that while I have you here. I did a couple of, I think I did 1 or 2 story times about my modeling experience on my PrettyInPurple channel. But I always was going to throw this one too, and then I never got around to it. So let me get around to it, because I'm doing a lot of talking. No action. But, this modeling shoot actually was the most I've ever gotten paid for any modeling job that I've ever gotten. It was for a commercial for alcohol, for beer. I don't know, is alcohol beer, is that the same thing? I don't know, but it was for beer. But this company, this beer company, is actually in Africa. So all of the models were African American. Just because it was targeted towards, you know, more of what, you know, the culture is like there. Guys, if you guys don't know, I don't drink. They call you to model, you're gonna model. So when I first show up there, there was what do you call it? You know those parking things where you have to pay the meter? You have to park on the side of the street, and you couldn't park there for any more than 3 hours. They never told us how long the photo shoot was going to be. All they said was to be there at like 12 o'clock. And I showed up there at like, I don't know, it was sometime in the afternoon. It was in the early afternoon. Paid the parking meter, thought I'd be good. Thought everything was gonna be all worked out and stuff. Didn't happen. Because we ended up, meaning me and the other models, ended up being there for at least 6 hours. They wanted us to stand there and just pretend like we're at a party scene or whatever, and we have to like hold the beer in our hand, and we have to be standing next to someone like holding the beer or whatever. Pretend that we're having conversations, but they were so intricate. They were so detailed in what they wanted. They would have you standing there for ages in that one spot for hours. Every move counted for them, and we weren't even supposed to be moving, but they wanted everything placed like so specific. Funny thing is, I never went back and looked at the pictures of the stuff they were in Africa advertisement and stuff. I never went back and looked to find myself in there. But it was like maybe, it was like 7 of us, 7 models. It was like 3 guys, 4 girls, something like that. So I was there, I was having a good time. They did my makeup and everything. Like I was looking snatched. And then we had like a time like towards the end, like towards, I'm skipping parts. Okay, so I had to tell them, I'm like, listen, I didn't know, like in the middle of the shoot, I was like, I didn't know that, you know, we were gonna be here for more than 3 hours, and the parking meter said that you can only park the car for 3 hours and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want a ticket, or I don't want my car to get towed. Like, can you tell me what to do? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna go and put money into the meter and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. What's your car? And I described what car I had and everything, and they went outside. It's what I thought they were putting money into the meter. When I came out later on that night, there wasn't. They didn't put any money in the meter. They lied to me. They lied to me. They probably didn't and ran out. I don't know. But by the time I got to the car, there was nothing there. That's not even part of the story. Well, it's not the main part of the story, but that is something to mention. So yeah, good thing I didn't get a ticket or anything, because I would have been really upset, because they told me that they were going to take care of it and they didn't. Anywho, the end of the shoot, the guy that hosts the whole thing, the the guy who owns the company. Like, he approached me. He's like, yeah, you know, you did a really good job and everything else. And I was like, well, thank you. I wasn't like the main model, so I thought it was kind of weird that he was giving me a compliment. I was like, well, thank you. I was standing more in the background with one of the other models, but thank you. I'm still saying thank you. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, you did an awesome job. I'm like, yeah, I kind of did an awesome job just standing there not doing anything. Okay. But I remember replying, I'm like, yeah, we did a good job. And then he's like, you look really beautiful standing up there. And then I was like, yeah. I said we were all beautiful. And then he goes, no, you were beautiful. I was like, okay. Mind you, this guy was at least 30 years older than me. And not my type, and not because of his age. Because I like some celebrities up there in age. Or used to. I'm an almost married woman. But I was sensing some type of flirting, which I was not about that life. I was single and everything at the time, but still, like, that wasn't my speed. And I excused myself. I made an excuse to leave or whatever, and I walked away. And he found me before I left again. He was offering me beer, and I told him I didn't drink, and he insisted that I take some of the beer with me, and I did. I never did anything with it, but I took it. And the next day, while I was home chilling, you know, doing nothing, I get a text message on my phone, and it was this guy with this name. It was a different name. It wasn't an American name. It sounded like an African name. So it was saying something like, good afternoon, how are you doing? This is so-and-so. And I wasn't really I wasn't putting two and two together, like who it was. And then I'm like, I used this excuse when I was like, when I was younger, when I told little white lies. I'm like, well, I just recently changed my phone, so who is this again? I don't have your number saved in my new phone. And then he was like, oh, this is you know, the owner of that company that you modeled for and stuff like that. And I just wanted to tell you again, like, what a good job you did at that shoot. And I was like, I really didn't do anything. I just stood there. They just put makeup on me, and I was just basically smiling into a camera for like 8 hours. And he started giving me the compliments and stuff, and I'm like, thank you. Then he started telling me again how beautiful he thought I was and how pretty I was and stuff. I'm like, okay, this is getting so strange right now. Then the text messages started getting a little weirder. He started telling me how he was on his way to the mall, and then he's going back to his hotel room, and if I leave my house now and go with him, he will take me to the mall. He can buy me whatever I want and anything I want and everything that I wanted. No, thank you. And then he's like, and after we go shopping and stuff, I can take you out to eat, and then you can come back to my hotel room. Wait, what? Whoa, slow down, sir. I don't even know you, and even if I did, that still was not gonna happen. I don't know if he thought like he was this big flashy guy and he had his own company and stuff like that, and he could try and buy me, but telling me you're gonna take me to the mall and buy me a whole bunch of stuff and then invite me back to your hotel room, like, no. So I mean, it was clear that he was flirting with me the whole time while we were there at the shoot. I just wasn't putting two and two together until like the end, when he made the comment about me being beautiful, and I said we are all beautiful, yeah, and he's like, no, I said you. And then I was really shocked by that. I'm like, this is unprofessional, because you know what I'm saying? It was unprofessional. So I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable accepting gifts and stuff from people that I don't know. And then he was telling me how he was going back to Africa like the day after, and he'd really like me to come to his hotel room that night before he went back. And I had to politely decline. I'm like, I appreciate the offer, but I cannot do that today. I have plans. I had no plans. There was another white lie. Well, actually I did. I had a plan to come home from work. So yeah, that's really the story of like the unprofessionalism at one of my modeling shoots. And it sucks because I really I had so much fun like being at that photo shoot. It felt like a real thing, and I love that I got paid a lot for that one too, although I felt like I didn't do much. And it was for a billboard. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the whole photo shoot was for me to be on a billboard. So like thinking about it now, like now I feel like I need to go and Google it and try and find that image and stuff, because I never went back and checked. I just thought the whole experience with him was just creepy and off. And the fact that he invited me, come on, you offered me to buy me expensive gifts and then asked me to come back to your home. I'm not that type of girl. No, don't do that to me. Please don't. That's not cool. Okay, I just have my biscuits to finish up. That's my story time about my kind of sick, unprofessional guy at my photo shoot or whatever. I might have a few other more story times to tell. Let me know if you want to hear another story time video in one of my mukbangs. And thank you for eating with me and having breakfast with me at Tiffany's. Bye, burps.